So, as we were saying, I'm just making a recap of the lesson so that students can understand what we are talking about. So, as I say that this is the backbone of English, you need to know the rules. There are some rules of subject and verb agreement. In English, when you study the rules, the other name for rules of English is known as syntax. So syntax will help you to be a very proficient English writer or a speaker. Those people that usually speak very well in English, they usually know the rules. Now, subject and verb agreements, it means that the subjects and the verb agree in terms of number and person. We have already said that when you talk about number, we mean plural or singular. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. So, and person, we mean that it can be first person, second person, or third person. Are we together?
Yes.
And that means now you have to agree in number and also in person. So the verb is an intermediary. It is the one that will show whether you are agreeing, whether the subject is agreeing. And then we gave an example of persons. We say we have first person to be I and we. I is first person singular, we is first person plural. Are we together?
Yes.
And you is second person. It can either be plural or singular, but you does not change. You. You can mean one person or many people. And she, he, and it is third person singular. Are we together?
Yes.
And then we said that we have words like have, has, and others in terms of agreement of the subject and the verb. We said an example, we use this verb, the main verb have, play. Play, first person, plural and singular. We don't add an S. You say I play, for example, you can say I play piano. You cannot say I plays piano. When you say I plays piano, the subject and the verb will not agree. The second, you say you play piano. It's correct to say you play piano. If you say you plays piano, it means now your subject and the verb does not agree completely. Thirdly, we have the third person singular, he, she, and it. People normally like starting with he, but it seems the person that gave me this example is a girl. So she started with she. But normally like that, he, she, or it. So he, she, and it, you say now, plays. We add an S. So you say she plays piano. It means now the subject and the verb have agreed in terms of number and also in terms of person. We defined later that the subject. What is the subject? We say that the subject is a person or thing doing something. For example, if I say we play piano, it means that it is we that do the action of playing piano. Are we together?
Yes.
And then you can also say that the subject is the doer of an action, the one that performs an action. But the action, the verb is the action itself. Are we together?
Yes.
In English, even the object is defined. The object. For example, if I say I play piano. Look at this sentence, this example. The boy chases the ball. The subject here is
The boy.
the verb
Chases.
and the object
Ball.
the ball. Are we together?
Yes.
So this one is the doer of the action. The person or thing doing an action. In this case, this one is the person. Does what? Chases the ball. The ball now becomes the object. The object is the receiver of an action. Are we together?
Yes.
That is performed by the subject. So this one will receive which action? It is being chased by the boy. Are you together? Yes. I hope you are good. I hope you are good. Okay. Wonderful. We go on. And then the next rule, I mean the second rule. Second rule says that the singular in present tense, the nouns and verb form plural the following ways. The nouns, in fact, now in most cases, the subjects can be nouns or pronouns. In this case, we talked about how they can form their plural and singular. If we look at this one, this sentence, this first sentence is the boy. The boy is in singular form. It forms their sentences like this. So the boy chases the ball. We are looking at the verb in relation to the subject. So if the verb and the subject agree, that is when someone will say the sentence is grammatically correct. So look at this part. The boy chases the ball. That is in plural. Some students or learners or other people would say the boy chased the ball. They think that when you add an S to the verb, that verb becomes plural. But then if you add an S to the verb, it's still singular. So how do we know that this is a singular verb or a plural verb? We look at the subject. If the subject is in plural, then the verb that is used there, it must also be in plural. Like this one, this sentence. The boys chase the ball. The boys chase the ball. This is a plural subject, is it?
Yes.
So it means that even this verb is a plural verb. You cannot say the boys chases the ball. You'll be having English marasmus. You have a problem. You'll not be making sense to people. People that have good content or command of language will detect a virus in your sentence that you have spoken wrong English. Are we together?
Yes.
So always follow this. So the boys chase the ball. The boys chase the ball. This one is in plural. This one is in singular. In most cases, we are now talking about the simple present tense. The tense that shows an action that always happen. If we use singular, mostly we add an S to the main verb. If it is in plural, we don't add an S to the main verb. If we replace this one with a pronoun, for example, the ball, we can replace which pronoun? He. The boy can replace the pronoun he. So you say he chases the ball. We know very well that pronouns usually replace nouns. Instead of saying, for example, if you're writing a composition and you say, John is coming. And then if you are continuing, you say, he came and did this and that. Instead of repeating yourself and say, John came early in the morning. John slept, John did manual work. John played football. John came to class late. It is a repetition. Now we use pronouns to ease the writing, to avoid clumsiness in our sentences. Very well. So I think we have now understood how the subject and the verb is, or how they relate in terms of singular and plural. Are we together?
Yes.
Next, we talked about now compound subjects joined by and. We say that compound subjects joined by and are always plural. When we were talking about coordinating conjunctions, you remember the fan voice, eh? Yes, fan voice. And was one of the conjunctions. And is used to join two parts of a sentence, or two parts that have the same, are of the same level. But in this case, we have compound subjects. How are they becoming compound subjects? They become compound subjects when they are joined by the conjunction and. Are we together? Subject one is the boy. Subject two, So how do we join them? Yes, one person. How do we join the subjects? Or how have we joined the subject? Yes. By using what? The conjunction. You say by using the conjunction and. Are we together? Yeah, so that it becomes clear. Very well. So the boy is joined by the conjunction and. So it becomes now a compound subject. Are we together? So if now they now become plural, that means even the verb there is a plural verb. Are we together? In an exam situation, you can be given a sentence like this. Let me rub and write clearly. Where is the dust? It's a very beautiful dust. It is a very beautiful dust. Look at this sentence. The boy and the girl dash sleeping. Then you're given an alternatives. Given was or one. So who can tell me the answer? Huh? One. She has said that one is the answer. She has used our second rule of subject and verb agreement. That says compound subjects joined by and are always plural. Are we together? Yes. So he has applied that skill and got it right. Very easy. Like ABCD. I think that is what we have talked about so far. That was the second rule that we talked about in this case. The third rule that we shall talk about next lesson is indefinite pronouns. I don't want us to talk about everything today so that you understand bit by bit. So indefinite pronouns, we shall learn them, how they are used in terms of singular and plural. We're also going to learn the examples of singular indefinite pronouns. We're also going to learn examples of plural indefinite pronouns. Are we together? There are other, we talked about that we have many types of pronouns. The other day we talked about personal pronouns, like he, she, and it. So indefinite pronouns, they are called indefinite because they do not refer to a specific subject, person, or thing. Okay, let's give examples. Examples of singular indefinite pronouns are one. Did you give the examples? Examples of singular indefinite pronouns. Just check. One. Either. Another. One. Each. Nobody. Anyone. Anything. You only answer when you raise your hand. Yes? Somebody. Something. Someone. Anyone. Those ones are enough. Examples of plural indefinite pronouns. Several. Few. Both. Many. Among others. So, in our rules of subject and verb agreements, we are going to learn there then that if it is a singular indefinite pronoun, then we shall use a singular verb. If it is a plural indefinite pronoun, then we are going to use a what? A plural verb. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. So, we just want to summarize the lesson. We said that subject and verb agreement means that the subject and the verb must agree in terms of number and person. Are we together?
Yes.
And then, when we talk about number, that means it's either in plural or singular. And I said that if a subject is in plural, then the verb should also be in plural. Right? Yes.
Yes.
And also, if the subject is in singular, then also the verb is singular. That's why I said you cannot say I has eaten. Do not agree. In terms of person, in persons we have first person, second person, and third person. First person, we gave an example. We said an example of first person pronoun I. Second person pronoun you. Third person pronoun she, he, and they. That is if we are talking about singular. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. And then in our first in our first person, in our first rule, the first rule of subject-verb agreement, we say in the simple present. In the simple present, this is how they are used, especially the subject and the verb. In singular form, we have the boy, but in plural, the boys. Then we ask ourselves, how is the verb now? In plural and also in singular. I said that when we add an S to the main verb, does not mean that that verb is in plural. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes. So you say, for example, in this sentence, the subject is in singular form, so the verb should also be in singular form. So you say the boy chases the ball. In plural, the boys
Chase the ball.
So we cannot say the boys chases the ball because then that would mean that the subject and the verb will not agree. Why are we saying this? Because our topic today is subject-verb agreement. If we go to this point, just summarizing on the subject and the verbs, when you use when you use you say I have. That's how. And then when you use you say you have. You cannot say you has played. You say you have. When you use he, she, or it, it goes with has. For example, in a sentence, you can say he has eaten cassavas, for example. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. And then I use the main verb play. The same in terms of subject and verb. The first person plural and singular, you cannot say you say I play. You don't say I plays football. You say I play football. Even if you write it in plural form, we, you still say we play football. You cannot say we play football. That is when somebody will say you have spoken wrong
English
or broken English. And that is the moment it means that the subject and the verb that you have used have not agreed. And then the second person, you say you play. You cannot say you place. Are you together?
Yes.
And then the third person, singular like this. He, she, it. You say he plays. For example, if our object is football, we shall say he plays
Football.
just like that. These are just pronouns. We can use nouns to replace the pronouns. Because when we were learning pronouns in our previous lessons, we say that they are used to replace nouns. For example, he, she, or it. You can say he can be a boy.
Yes.
So you can say maybe we can use this example that is here. The boy. The boy can be third person singular. So say the boy has eaten. But if now it becomes plural, the boys
Have eaten.
Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. So that is that. And then to summarize or to conclude, I'm not going to take a lot of time. to summarize here, the first rule was that, then this will be the second. Compound subjects joined by and are always plural. Because when we discussed about the conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions, and we saw the use of and to join two subjects together. So when and joins two subjects together, it creates or it forms what is called compound
Subjects.
Are we together?
Yes.
So when and joins compound subjects, they become plural subjects. So automatically, in the rule of subject and verb agreements, when the subject becomes compound, that means now the verb that is going to be used is also going to be in plural form. We gave an example. The boys and girls are
Students.
The boys and girls are
Students.
So these are, is it a plural verb or a singular verb? A plural verb. Very good, very good. And then the boy is a singular verb. So if the boy is a singular verb, then the boy is a singular subject, then even the verb is going to be singular verb. So what are we doing? We are trying to ensure that the sentences that is used to speak, to write, they agree in terms of number and person. As simple as that. And many others. So we shall, next time we shall continue to talk about rules. There are so many rules of subject and verb agreement that will help you to know that somebody has made an error in speech. That's why sometimes you find teachers of English can even mark compositions very easily, because they can easily detect an error in your speech, because we have mastered the rules of subject and verb agreement. Even you as a student, you're supposed to use the rules to ensure that you perform very well in exams. If you want to know students that perform very well in English, they have really mastered the rules of subject and verb agreement. So next lesson, I want you to be very attentive. We're going to redo it again so that you understand. We have, I think I've given you around 7 rules, and by the end of the lesson, you're going to understand them. And I believe you're going to improve in your writings and also composition writing. The other rule we said is about indefinite pronouns, and we have talked about that these are pronouns that do not refer to specific persons or things. And we said that indefinite pronouns can be singular or plural. Are we together?
Yes.
So that is the same thing. We are applying the same thing here.